So we're going to be looking at the best icon wingers you can get in the game, from all the way to zero price to the absolute masses. And starting off, we've got a decent selection if you are brand new to the game. If you're looking for some cheaper wingers that are more icon based, then these are the ones to go for. I've kind of gone through and struck back all of the absolute rubbish, because you've got some, like you look at a base Nedved, a Pires now, they're just not going to give you enough. I do think Figo is on the cusp now. I actually really like his stats going forward, even though I think in the base form, he's definitely more suited inside and kind of more in that cam role. I think he works really well there, whereas someone like a Ribery, he's not going to have that same kind of ploy. He's a 5'5", he's got the technical plus like Figo, but he's better on that wing, just bombing down as much as you can. And I must admit, the one thing that I always get surprised with Figo, being 5'11", he's a taller winger more so than anything. He is so quick, it's unbelievable. And every time I play with him, same as kind of Pires to some extent, at 6'2", a little bit taller as well, they are absolutely rapid, which I always forget about, because they're not necessarily they're never in the top. Like, whenever you think of Nedved, Lineker, Figo and Pires, they're never in the contention of a Georgie Best. They're not there with Jarzinho, with Garincha, with... Who's the left wing that you'd go for? Is there an icon left wing that we normally go for? Is there an icon left wing? Ronaldinho, of course. I was thinking that. I know there's one, but they're not in that kind of level, so they never get there. And when they do get their upgraded card from Future Star, from Ultimate Birthday, Team of the Year, Thunderstruck, they're just not quite there still, so they never are number one. Stoichkov, love this card. I must admit, I am absolutely in love with the Future Star version, or Ultimate Birthday version. It is unbelievable, and that does come at a price which is fair enough. But even this card, I'd say yes, you are looking at a little bit of a downgrade for the 3-star weak foot. You are going to start to be able to get a lot better cards in Team of the Season, a lot for cheaper prices, that is. So this is kind of where the lower tier really have like 1 or 2 weeks max left. Even now, to be honest, I could probably pick out multiple Team of the Seasons already from this week that would give you a decent level already. We have got Lineker. I think this was a cracking upgrade from Winter Wildcard for him. Again, he's got a better version now, but if you wanted to go for the left wing, that is the option to go for. Hugo Sanchez is very similar. I love him as a striker. I think he's one of them strikers that once we got into his kind of mid to final form was very good. But even this one, going out on that wing, the 4-4 on him, obviously the dead ball is just unfortunate that that's the only play style plus they've given him. But a very, very nice attacking player. And George Best, I am surprised how cheap he is already. At 155 for his technically his base version, but the top version of him straight away is just nuts. It is absolutely nuts to see. So if you're looking to improve your team, make sure you're heading over to lootbar.gg. They are the best and most reliable coin service you can find. Also with the best 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using the code JT11, 8% off your first ever transaction, and then 5% off every time after that. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. We then move it up one into kind of that 200 to 500k mark. We've now got a little, these are the players where I'm like, okay, these could compete. Some of them, yes, like really when it comes to Garincha, he's a very good player on his stats, but the playstyle pluses are what gonna let him down. Now, that's just natural. That will happen to a lot of these cards, whereas someone like a Jarzinho, he's got the rapid plus. To be honest, you could just get away with that one playstyle plus. That is going to give you enough. He's 258 now. I think that's a crazy price for how good this card can actually be, even at just the base form. So this is kind of more towards if you've not managed to pack anybody, your team's just kind of lacking, because realistically, a lot of the teams that I'm seeing are just SBC based. It's one of the first years where there is probably more than 50% of teams that have more SBC players in than they do actual kind of pack pooled cards. Now, granted, some of them players, like for instance a Beckham, could have already been in packs, but they have turned into an SBC as well, like your Maldinis. But in terms of a lot of the kind of the team of the year best, you're looking at then kind of like a Florenzi, someone along them lines where they're not in packs. There is a lot of teams that have just got SBCs fully focused on. A Eusebio Centurions, a player of the month, Mbappe. There is so many to go with. Rivaldo, I think he has always got to be in this list. As a left wing, we absolutely thank EA for that campaign upgrade that finally made Icons actually get an upgrade. That 2-star weak foot killed him every single year. His prime had beautiful stats. 4-star skills, it's good enough, but the 2-star weak foot was always the worst thing about the card. Finally, we're now at the 4-4 with him. He's even better with that 5-5 and more increased stats. But on the left wing, I still think he can definitely give it a go. Butra, one of my favourite winter wildcards. I'd probably say he is literally one of my favourites, especially one that isn't coming in at a massive price. Like, obviously, Pele's going to be more than likely up there than him, but in terms of what you can actually get at 280, I know again he's got another version which I'm pretty sure is crazy expensive as well, but he isn't a left wing either. 1.6 mil, it's a fantastic upgrade, but even just getting the 4-5 on him for this, 280, quick step plus, it's a stunning card. We throw in Figo again. If we're throwing in the base, we've got to throw in the Thunderstruck. I'm still waiting for another upgrade for him, to be honest. He's kind of just, he got Thunderstruck, he didn't get the upgrade, and he's been left. So he's got a +1. Really no playstyle plus bonus there, no skill move or weak foot bonus, and that is it. So I am waiting for that higher version of Figo to really come through. And Beckham, even though I would definitely play him more as a centre mid, you still got to respect him. 220, very, very nice price indeed. What is the SBC actually come in? Because I think that might be... did the SBC not come back, or is it not updated on Footbin? This is 225 on the market. If I go to Icons, I'm pretty sure he came back. Or did he not? He did. He's coming in at 404 on the SBC. So you are probably better off going to get him actually with coins instead. Now we jump up tiers again. This is anywhere between about 501 to 1.5 mil. We're starting to see a pattern here where just cards are now being upgraded. There's only so many wingers that we can actually get, and you know full well that the upgraders are going to be higher up. It's just that's how progression works in the game. So we are seeing a lot of the same faces. We're seeing the first introduction of Ronaldinho coming in at 1.6. He is 2.3 on the market. Honestly, I always love Ronaldinho. He's my favourite, one of, if not my favourite player growing up. And in terms of getting him on FIFA, it's brilliant to have the SBC. Now we've got Team of the Season, it makes it a lot easier, especially with the amount of fodder that we're getting. A lot of 90 duplicates, and we're only in week 1. That is going to be an SBC that should be relatively easy to complete, like the rest of them, to be honest. But then we also have players around him. We've got now the best version of Garincha, the best version of Best, and same as Ribery. Ribery is coming in at 1.6. I think is that his SBC price? Where is his SBC? Yeah, his SBC, 1.6. In terms of the transfer market price, we're looking at 900,000. So again, coins do make the difference, but again, you can't get them coins back if he drops down whilst having him. So the SBC does make sense in terms of untradeable fodder, but again, some people might not want to spend that much on him. We have got a Winter Wildcard Garincha coming in at 600. Again, it's one of them cards that is a shame that they didn't give him a double playstyle plus on this one. And I think, was Winter Wildcard before Team of the Year, in fact? Because if it was, then we wouldn't have technically had double playstyle pluses back then. Team of the Year, oh no, yeah, Winter Wildcard was way before, so I don't think, did we have any double? No, we didn't have any double play. Okay, so that's fair enough. So they did change, obviously, his playstyle plus anyway. It wasn't always technical, I don't believe. Was it Trickster to start with? Yeah, Trickster to start with. So they gave him a running type. They also gave a lovely Ian Wright in SBC. Bit expensive when you look at it now, but back then it wasn't a bad price. I think he was around about 600 to 800, give or take. But in terms of kind of now, we're looking at him like, okay, he's taken out completely. But back then, that was a very good SBC. We've got the penultimate Jarzinho. Obviously, we've got one more higher than this. 1.4, again with an SBC that is still available, I'm pretty sure. And this was the complete giveaway. Yeah, he's got 17 days left at 1.4. It was a giveaway that they were going to give him a Galazzo one anyway because of this SBC. He's 800,000 coins. It's quite an easy one on the market. And again, Rapid Plus, it's the perfect one for him. Then obviously we've got Best. He was very expensive at the time of being out. Obviously has been expired for quite some time. Did manage to get the first double Playstyle Plus icon SBC on the game, which was always nice. And I think he's done well. The good thing with Best is the fact that he can play left wing and right wing, so he gives you that option going forward. A 5-star, 4-star, so even back in his day was definitely worth it. And then we have the final 4. 2 of them being Ronaldinho, which is fair enough. We had the base version coming in at 1.6, which you could imagine why his upgrades are just so expensive. 4 million for his Thunderstruck, and then a lovely cool 7.1 for his Future Star. Still didn't get the 5.5, which was a bit annoying, but it will be very interesting to see new icons with this triple Playstyle Plus that we've got from Team of the Season. So it will be interesting to see the first hero and icons with them triple. Obviously, Quick Step and also Trickster. I mean, it's not my favourite combination of the two, but we can still make it work. Jarzinho with Technical and Quick Step, not a big fan of it. It's a great card, like stats-wise and in terms of in-game, is brilliant. But then Playstyle Pluses, I'd have kind of gone one or the other. Preferably would have preferred Quick Step. Rapid would have been even better, which is a shame that they did change him, seeing as though he did have it on the 2 previous cards. I get why they didn't, because they would have just made him completely crazy good, but I think at this point in the game it would have been worth having, to be honest. And then arguably one of my favourite up and coming ones, I love this Stoichkov. Put him on the wing, put him up front, wherever you need him to go. 5'5", 3.2, pacey, got the dribble, got the passing, got the shooting. I really don't know what else there is to kind of go with this card other than he is absolutely amazing. If he can go up even more, add the triple Playstyle Plus to him, he is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And even this card now, if you've got him, you've got an absolute monster on the wing or up front. Now I'm interested to see what the first triple Playstyle Plus and what first promo we're going to get them in. Are we going to get icons during Team of the Season? I kind of think we might. Maybe even if it was just a cheeky SBC, I'd be very interested, but at the moment there is no plans, there is no Team of the Season icon or hero card in packs or in the code, so likely chances are we're not getting them then. But whether we get a shapeshifter before the Euros, if we get something during the Euros, which I can imagine will happen, and then obviously Footies is going to kick us off at the end of the game for maybe some absolutely massive wingers. This is going to be all the icons for the moment. Let me know down below your favourite. Who is your best icon in the team? And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.